Well, we have another call from Candace.
Hey, I have a question. I was out walking my dog a couple of weeks ago, and I had my dog on a leash, but our neighbors a couple houses up, their dog got out of their yard, out of their fence, and attacked me. I had to get 33 stitches. I had to have a round.
Well, what would you tell her about that?
Well, Candace, I'm sorry to hear that this happened. You know, we do see a lot of dog bites, and I know that that's a scary situation. First thing I would tell her is, you know, she asked about insurance, and she brings up a good point. Who do you pursue against when a dog bites you? I mean, do you talk to your own insurance? Who do you go after? Well, more often than not, we're pursuing against the homeowner or the dog owner's homeowner's policy. There are some things to look out for when you're pursuing against somebody's homeowner's policy. Specifically, a lot of policies nowadays have what we call vicious dog exclusions. So that depending on the type of breed, and Candace didn't say in her call, but depending on the type of breed, that could kick the insurance out. So that's something that's important to know. Dog bites, the other thing you need to show is that the owner of the dog had some sort of knowledge or understanding that this dog had shown vicious tendencies or was dangerous and maybe violent beforehand. You know, whether that's prior dog bites, right? Whether it's been growling at children or it's been, you know, chasing people down the street. That's what the courts and the law requires us to show, is that there was something that they knew about, right, that this dog was dangerous. So I don't know, based on what Candace said here, whether any of that is present, but it does sound like she has some pretty serious injuries. So I would tell Candace that, you know, if you would like to pursue a case like this, I would talk to a lawyer immediately, because there are certain things that you need to do early on.
That's really interesting that the breed matters. Like, what kind? Do you know what kind of breeds are?
I think it's pretty policy specific, but I mean, you see your pit bulls, your German shepherds, your Akitas, your things like that. Dogs that I guess you know, whether for right or wrong, we consider violent or have violent tendencies. So some policies will have that in there, but it does depend on the policy.
I see. Well, thank you.